Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal. Welcome to our Facebook Live. And as you know, मैं हूँ Sadia Kazi, and today we have a very, very dynamic guest with us. And as you can see on the screen, it's Yasmin Whittaker Khan. Yasmin is going to talk us through everything she does. She does a lot of work. I think we've just gone live as I don't know, the live icon just showed up, but I hope you heard everything that I've said. So Yasmin Whittaker Khan is with us right now, and she's going to talk about Insan Culture Club. So let's find out. Hi, Yasmin. Nice to have you here.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us. There is so much you do. And we will start off with Insan Culture Club, because that's the main sort of organization that you're working for at the moment, and you're a part of it and doing lots of great work, especially these days for COVID, and also to do with mental health issues as well.
Yeah, Insan Culture Club is an arts and music project that we work with progressive artists, and currently we're working on a number of cabarets that are online. And this month's cabaret is themed around mental health and COVID. So we've got a couple of monologues, personal experiences, a professional speaking on the subject, as well as artists performing and expressing themselves through their art around COVID. And we're aware that that's quite an issue for a lot of people: isolation, being at home, domestic violence, etc. But rather than going hard with sort of this is happening, I think if sometimes subtly you can get those messages through the door, viewers or audiences, and something can trigger. Plus our artists are sort of struggling as well, so we're doing a lot of work during lockdown to keep artists working and supporting them, and keeping a sort of an artist profile going.
And what type of artists, when you say artists, so is it singers, is it actors, or is it a mixture of performing artists?
It's a mixture. Each month there'll be something different. Last month we did Black Lives Matter, and mainly around South Asian communities and African Caribbean communities, and how they bond together or don't bond, and what similarities we have. So last month's one was quite long. We had a guest speaker, Professor Gus John, who's a historian, a writer, and an activist. So it was really difficult to edit out what he could say or what we wanted, because there was so much kind of valuable material in there. But we had African dancers, we had South Asian musicians, dancers, singers, and we had African dancers dancing to Bollywood. So there's a mix like that. This month, which is tonight, we have Pashto, somebody singing in Pashto. We have a couple of theatrical pieces that are monologues, one to do with alcoholism, one to do with COVID dating. If you're on the pull and it's lockdown, how do you pick up? Not that I'm on the pull. Yeah. If anyone wants a little flirt, I'll be there. But and we have a classical Kathak dance and a Bollywood item. We have a lovely guy called Divan, who's doing some singing an old retro Bollywood song. Well, it's not Bollywood, actually. It'll be Hindi cinema, because I can't remember, or I don't know, is the honest truth, when the changeover happened to Bollywood and Hindi cinema. So there's a historical kind of leap. And so this is like a retro song that he's done. And what else have we got? We've got a couple of personal experiences of people who've suffered severely during lockdown with their mental health, and they're sharing their stories as well. And there's some optimistic stuff as well. And we've got a little saucy burlesque dancer as well. But just before she gets her kit off, the camera stops. I'm sorry to say. It's a bit of a spoiler. But next month we'll give you all tits and bums. But this month we're not. Sorry to that for your audience. We don't.
Okay. well, you've got a good mix of things going on in there, and just how do people find you online? Because is it happening on Facebook, or is it on which kind of social media platform are you using?
Yeah, that's the key thing. I'm really rubbish at social media. So mainly we're on Facebook, and it's Insan Culture Club page. So if you like it, we post all our stuff on there, and the link for tonight's show will be on there. We also have an Instagram page, Insan Culture Club, which I'll be on later, waffling about whatever waffle I can think of. And then we have our own YouTube channel, which is Insan Culture Funk. The reason why it's not Culture Club is because we've got two channels, and over the years we've been working with volunteers and we've lost passwords, etc. So Insan Culture Funk is where you log on tonight and see us at 7:30.
Okay, and pre-COVID, I take it that you were doing these events, sort of various venues, but now it's specifically online. Is that how it's working?
Yeah, I mean, naturally, I think theatres are closed, venues are closed. Before COVID, we had a kind of 4 or 5 events a year: Qawwali music, dance club stuff, cabaret, book launches, film launches, etc. Since lockdown, we've had to rethink what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And at first I was like, well, it's locked down, let's leave it. But then there was a demand coming from our followers and our audience and artists saying, what are you doing? And so we had to think creatively, and the Arts Council supported us with the idea of the online cabaret. So we're really, really lucky that we've got Arts Council support. And so we're able to keep artists in somewhat, work and share our stuff, and also give audiences something to relate to if they want to dip in. Also keeps my cogs turning as well creatively, and learning about the online kind of new wave of stuff that we have to do. Not only my day job. See, the thing is, in my day job, you've got a whole team of admin people and IT people supporting you, and like I've got a meeting tomorrow, and I've already sort of rung the admin guy up and said I need help. When you're doing it for yourself and on really basic resources, we depend on volunteers and helpers to help us through. So this has been a learning process. We're changing each month. Our cabarets are changing. This month is mental health and COVID. Next month will be LGBTQI plus theme. The month after that is March, so it'll be International Women's Week. The month after that is caste and class, and I think that's quite a poignant subject that we tend to either ignore or assume it's there and not really discuss it. So I'm going to be interested in how the artists want to explore the subject matter, and we will be doing it through hip hop. Because hip hop starts from the street culture and works its way to mainstream, so it's just taking a different kind of approach. And then the last one will be on tantric art, so that should be interesting as well. We've got some experts from India who will be speaking about tantric art.
Wow, that's very, very interesting. You've got a vast sort of topics there that you're covering, and doing some great work in that. The one thing, before I say hello to everybody who's with us, let's just quickly say hello, because there's a lot of people who've joined.
Hi.
So.
I can't see who's with you, so I don't know if you're the only one who's going to see them. But
you should be able to see it. Either that, or you can actually check on your phone as well if you've got a phone handy. So we've got Amit Dave is watching. Hi, Amit. Nice to see you. Somebody's writing in Hindi, but I can't read Hindi. So their name is in Hindi, and they're saying, how are you? Very well, thank you. Thank you for joining us. Humayun Khan, Nusrat Humayun Khan. Hi, Humayun, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. He's saying you're both looking great. Thank you for that.
Thanks a lot, and I'll pay you that $5 later.
Exactly. Lala Rukazi is also with us. Hi, Tahir Shah, Farhan Zafar, Mehreen.
Yes, I can see the list coming up now.
Oh, you can. Brilliant, brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Got Nancy Joseph, Noshikani Almas Mujib, Faizan Baksh. Hi, Faizan. Hi, everybody. Hello to everybody.
Hello.
And Hamaya is saying that you're also on TikTok.
Yeah, I am.
You missed it.
Yeah, I'm on TikTok as well. You've frozen at the thought of me being on TikTok, Sadia. What's happened? Your camera's frozen. Hello. Yes, we are on TikTok. It's Insan Culture Club, and do follow us on TikTok and send in videos if you want us to do something on TikTok. Hi, so you froze. So I don't know if whatever I was chatting about was carrying on.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, but it was just like a.
Yes, I think it did for a little while, but you know,
okay.
That's the part.
Yeah, it was just about TikTok. We are on TikTok, in Sound Culture Club, and I'm learning my way through TikTok as well. And I feel I have to ring up my niece Ava and sort of ask her, help me, I don't know what to do. And she's 11 years old, so don't think I haven't got my finger on the pulse. It might be the wrong pulse, but I've got it there.
I know. I mean, it's all of these various platforms, and it's so hard to keep up with them. So I'm the same. Hina Malik, hi Hina, nice to see you. Za Ahmed, Munazza Seklen, and gosh, this is. If there's anybody I've missed, I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. So I was going to ask you, Yasmin, what is so you sort of bring on up and coming artists and established artists as well. How do people actually? What is the criteria for you taking on the artists? How do you go about sort of deciding on who you'd like to have?
I'd like to say that we have some sort of structure or policy or application. We don't. I think if somebody strikes as interesting, somebody's like willing to share their creativity, I think quality is important. And even if sometimes there's a mismatch between what we think of classically trained quality and just the pure intention of the artist. So it's our interpretation. We like to work with artists that are generally good fun to work with. Divas are welcome, but I shy away sometimes because it is something that we do voluntary, and I want the best for the artist. But if I feel that I haven't got the capacity, or our team hasn't got the capacity to support the artist in the sense that they need the support, then we will refer them or share their work, etc. But to pull off actual events is usually seeing who's wanting to do it, who likes the idea, who can get into the vibe and the zone. There's not much space for conservatism, so it's about expression and expressing yourself through art. So it's, if you want to take a risk, if you want to be a bit risque, if you want to have fun, then we'd welcome you.
Okay, that sounds great. Maddie, hi. Saima Malik, and I think we've also got
Maddie. That rings a bell.
Maddie. Is that somebody called Hamad? Because Hamaya is saying Hamad.
Oh, yes. Okay. Hi, Maddie.
Yes, he's saying hello.
Hello.
Amran Malik, I think, is also watching. So.
I feel like this is like a dating show. There's like a couple of people going looking good. Either that, or they think that whenever they've seen me, I've been looking dog rough. So thanks for the compliment.
Well, no, I'm sure they're enjoying listening to what we're talking about as well.
Just superficial me.
Yeah. So amazing. So Abby King Khwaja has just joined. Hi, Abby. Nice to see you. The performance tonight is called Bombay to Karachi, if I'm not mistaken.
Karachi to Bombay.
Karachi to Bombay, sorry, yeah.
And the idea originally when we were having live events started off with the intention that back in the day, when I've heard sort of elderly people talk about life in Karachi before partition, grandma speaking about it, etc., they were saying things were different. We had cabarets, we had people coming over internationally like the Beatles, or big bands coming over to play in Pakistan and India, and artists would be able to travel across the now borders. And so it was like, let's look at some of the old pictures, let's see what was going on then. And there was a different type of liberalism then, and a different type of community amongst the artists. And we wanted to bring that back and unite India and Pakistan and Bangladesh to sort of days gone by. So part of the Karachi to Bombay was looking at the hotel, not the seedy side, but the more kind of glamorous side of cabarets. So our live event, we had candlelit dinner tables, and people booked tables. We had a DJ, we had a flame-throwing belly dancer, we had a Brazilian dancer, we had Bollywood dance, we had some spoken word. There was a whole variety, and people really, really enjoyed it. And we had golgappas, and we had a massage corner for anybody who wanted their massage done. Unfortunately, on the day of the massage of the cabaret, our masseuse turned up. So I had to do malish on everyone. So it was rubbing shoulders.
Really? Wow.
It was like, not only was I hosting and doing all the other bits, I was also like, there was at break times, it was massage corner, and it was like, well, we want, you've got the massage corner set up, we want our shoulders done. Thank God it was only shoulders and nobody got their toes out.
Exactly. Well, so you're sort of kind of multitasking at the events as well, where you're doing all sorts of things, which is amazing, and it sounds really fun. Sounds very interesting that you've got a mix of things going on, and with the cabaret. So basically, the definition of cabaret is that you have small pieces going on within the evening. Which is amazing. Ali Qazi has just joined us. Anwar Khan. Hi, Anwar. Hi, Ali. Nice to see you.
Everyone.
Hi, Kalnaz. How are you doing? So, because we've got the Variety Club group as well as the page, and we have members from the group joining us as well. So it's always lovely to see everybody because we see them in the group daily. So, okay. So, is there anything else that you'd like to tell us about your?
I can go on forever. Are you sure your audience has got the time or the ears? One of the things that when we started in the Sun Culture Club was that we wanted our audience to feel a part of what we're organizing. So like a boudoir or a salon kind of feel. So there wasn't a divide between celebrity, artist and audience. So people felt at one, and there wasn't kind of like any snobbery or snootiness going on. So because often you go to events and it's like, no, VIP, this is VIP. And there are some audience members that do want that VIP service. Unfortunately, we can't really give it. Everyone's equal. Everyone comes in. Usually our seats aren't numbered unless the venue requires us to do so. And the feel is that if it was a mehfil in your house, that, if you were that way inclined, then you should all feel comfortable. So sometimes, like when we're tidying up, the audience help us tidy up. It's like a sense of like a davat or something that we do, and then everyone chips in. And I think that ethos and essence is something we'd like to carry on. We did have like a gig once with Ali Sethi, and we said to Ali, you're gonna have to mingle with the audience as well. And he was like, okay. And there was all the women were queuing up to see him, and in the end, we had to just put him in a separate room, and just everyone had to queue up and just go and have a chat with him. But it's about making the inaccessible accessible for our audiences as well. So please don't ever expect VIP treatment. Feel like we're in your house and you're hosting as well as we are. So look after each other as audience members. So that's one of our things. I don't know how that fits. Everyone's just listening. Somebody said, okay, lovely. Abby King. huge trade opportunities. That sounds very interesting. I'd say that I'm not really business minded, so trade, export, import is not really something I could do. But great exchange of arts, culture, intellectual property, intellectual debate, discussion, exploration, ideologies. Nobody's really, excluded from that, and so that could influence and initiate trade opportunities. But if there's any money to be made, if you can drop us 50p in the box, that'd be great. Only 50p.
I know the feeling. Well, it's about. I think it's got a great sense of community sort of bonding. What you're doing, and it's bringing lots of people together, and it's highlighting lots of issues that, especially now with what you're doing for mental health, I think that at the moment is required. And with COVID and isolation and the lockdown and all of that, if you can bring a smile on somebody's face and just involve someone in your events, I think that's a great initiative in itself. Okay, Durdana Ansari is also with us.
Hi, Durdana.
Hi.
One of the things about bringing a smile, there's one thing about bringing a smile, but there's also another thing to share, that you're not alone out there. And we have got A to Z NHS list of helplines at the end, because when we was doing this show, I was looking into what are the helplines, and then I could not believe the variety and the range of mental health needs people have, because we just normally think of depression or bipolar or something, but there was all sorts. And I think eating disorders, drink disorders, there's all sorts of stuff out there. People who are coping as single parents, people who are sharing care for elderly parents, and just sort of isolation, I think. I think I've been quite lucky. This is the first time in my life, I think, since school, that I've been able to have a sit back and slow down. I've never had a gap year, been working or doing some sort of projects even in my spare time. So this was really, really good for me, the lockdown. And I just really love being at home. But I know my friends are frustrated. We're missing each other. We have Zoom parties, but I'm Zoomed out as well. And I'm just wondering when things go back to how they were, a year ago, whether I'll still be going to the clubs and pubs and doing all the things that I was doing. At the moment, I'm just loving my sofa. I've got this love affair with the sofa. However, it's not the same for everyone.
It's the same for me.
You're loving it.
Literally just at home, just sitting. Well, with this lockdown, you shouldn't really be mingling if we want to stop the spread.
Yeah. People are still doing people are doing davats, people are still doing weddings as well. There's nikahs and things happening, and funerals as well. Amongst the Pakistani community, I've heard that people are engaging and without social distancing taking part. Our household has had COVID, so we've all gone through it, and so I don't know what the immunity is, but we're more or less careful. But because we still have to work, we are mingling with people with masks and disinfectants and whatever. But I think our community does really need to, our communities, shouldn't say one community, really do need to consider taking it a bit more seriously.
Absolutely, it is very real, and I know lots of people who've been affected and have lost ones through COVID, which I think it's had an effect on me, my family, and we're all very, very careful, and we do sort of practice what the government guidelines, tell us. And I think it's really important that, yes, people have to go out to work. There's lots of things we have to do, but as long as we're sort of staying safe and keeping, I think, social distancing and wearing a mask is highly, recommended. I want to say hello to Huma Bhatt. Walaikum salam, Huma. And Durdana Ansari. Yes, of course, we will have Amina taking part as well very soon in this. So we've got another list of quite a few people. Faiza Atiq, hi Faiza, how are you? Nice to see you. Akhlaq Ahmed Khan, hi Akhlaq. Good to see you as well. So everybody who's joined, hello, hi. So Yasmin, okay, so your event tonight is at 7:30, is it?
7:30, YouTube channel Insan Culture Funk. And if you forget, you can please like and follow us on Insan Culture Club on Facebook as well, Instagram, and we'll post the details on Facebook as well. Just join us. Just follow us, even stalk us, do something.
Exactly. Well, I'll definitely be watching tonight, and I'm sure everybody else who's joined the stream and everybody.
Can I do a shout out for artists? If there's Pakistani artists out there, we would really welcome. We're really, Arts Council and ourselves are really trying to encourage Pakistani arts, and I've got sort of a soft spot for the Pakistani arts and culture side of life as well. So if you know people, but I mean, we could have sessions where my auntie is singing and she sings like me after a few pints, but or we could have sessions with professional trained singers. I know Durdana is a beautiful singer. I've heard her sing, and not only is she gorgeous, but she's, she can knock out a tune or two. But there will be other people like Durdana as well who might want an opportunity, or it might be your young children at school or at university studying music. We're looking for female musicians as well, because we'll be starting up an all-women's orchestra soon, and it's an all South Asian women orchestra. So we'd really, really welcome any support, help, shout outs that you can offer us.
Oh, that's amazing. So all they need to do is to get onto your page and maybe just send you an email or something.
Yeah, if you're professional musicians out there, we'd really like to hear from you. And if you're sort of training at the London School of Music or anywhere where your children are or your cousins are or whatever, then please share their skills and their talent with us so that we can also explore possibilities of putting them on a platform.
That sounds amazing. Just want to say a couple more hellos. So we've got Mohammed Esbat, hi, how are you doing? And Anwar Khan is saying, he knows of a singer called Sumi Rahman. So he's
okay. Sorry, I'm just going to get a pen because then I'll write it down.
Okay.
Sorry. And I'm back.
Yeah. Sumi Rahman and Saima Malik. Hi Saima, how are you doing? Yes, everyone has to take responsibility. Of course, that's the main thing, that people are not taking responsibility where it comes to social distancing, COVID regulations or whatever. Shahid Malik, hi Shahid, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Yes, so Sumi Rahman is Anwar is do ask Sumi to get in touch with the Culture Club, the Insan Culture Club on Facebook. I think you'll have
I think at the moment there's no. Just keep it in mind when we're doing a proper shout out. There will be publicity. So if you follow us on Insan Culture Club, there'll definitely be a shout out for when we're looking for artists, and the full kind of criteria will be there. But Sumi, we'd love to hear from Sumi anyway. We've got some cabarets coming up. We'd love to. I'm assuming that they're a singer. It says, doesn't it? Yeah, it said Sumi's a singer. So yeah, fantastic voice. Love to hear from you.
That's amazing. Yes, and the link you can just check on Facebook, Insan Culture Club, and you should be able to see the Facebook page. And then there will be an option to email on that page or send a message on that page. And you can tell Sumi to get in touch via Facebook. That's brilliant. Tahir Dar, hi Tahir, nice to see you. Assalamu alaikum. Right, Yasmin, it's been absolutely wonderful.
Thank you for having me. And
Yes,
thank
no,
you
thank
everyone for bearing with me. It's nice to see all these lovely names and some familiar and some new. So thank you for your support.
Yes, it's lovely to see you all here. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Yasmin, for your time today. And we will be watching your event tonight at 7:30, definitely. And I'm sure everybody else is going to join as well. So good luck with that. And good luck with everything that you're doing.
Thank you. And all the best with Variety Club.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And thanks everybody else for joining today. It's been lovely to come on live after a while now. So we will be doing regular lives. Please stay tuned with us. We are going to bring in new talent. And like I said, with the Variety Club, as you know, we're always introducing new people, so we need new people to come on board, and also existing artists as well. So I'm going to see you very soon in the next live. Aaj ke liye mujhe ijazat hai, so take good care of yourselves.